Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Guagua and Foggy. This game taken from Leeks Cup number 7. Let's go ahead and just dive on into this as we go oldie but goodie of a map, Turtle Rock. Meanwhile, Foggy has spawned as the Red Night Elf. Orc versus Night Elf in this 1v1 matchup on Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock, um, uh, I don't know what can be said about Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock has, uh, it's been many years since I played competitively. I would never say professionally. Ever since I played competitively, back in the day, playing a lot of Warcraft 3, getting to like what top 50, top 40 on US West. Hence why my Twitter handle is Crota_US West, showing how far back um, I I've been playing all of these games, and when I started using Twitter at first, I guess. But yeah, really, really old map, and this map just kind of gave me nightmares because the map just has so much going on, so many creeps, so many consumable items, the watcher wards, the walkways, the tavern in the center, so many red creep camps. You often saw a lot of like high level heroes. And as a caster and just as a viewer of the game, that's kind of what you wanted to see, right? You wanted to see high level heroes. You wanted to see a lot of action, a lot of items, and a lot of different pacing and staging in the game. And that's probably what we're gonna get. Classic Warcraft joke. What's your race? That's racist. Yeah. Anyways, coming back across here, we're looking at Voodoo Lounge, Blade Master, Keeper of the Grove coming in as well. Ancient of War going to be absorbing quite a bit of damage. As the Keeper of the Grove, where is it going to run off to next? Peon looked like it was trying to steal some experience. Unable to do exactly that. Keeper of the Grove picking up Slippers of Agility. Blade Master now running back away. It looked like, did it just completely ignore his own Sea Turtle creep camp? Yes, it did. And it looks like it may actually... Where is this Blade Master going? All right, Guagua, perhaps going to try to take out the Ogre Warrior off to the side, off over here. Meanwhile, where the Keeper of the Grove is running across the center, and this is part of the strategies that are available. You sometimes just try to harass your opponent during the early stage, and Guagua must have known that Foggy was going to do exactly that, trying to harass him, and he said, you know what, I'm just going to take your Ogre Warrior instead. I'm going to get the item here, Circlet of Nobility, and then retreat back. It's going to go ahead and Healing Salve, Clarity Potion, and then look around to see where he can go. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove is still only at level 1, and only at level 1, it doesn't have Entangle yet. And without Entangle, cannot pick off these grunts that are just walking around the middle of the battlefield. All right, Archer shows up here. Giant Sea Turtle going to get cleared up. Keeper of the Grove going to summon in some more Trent's Mantle of Intelligence for additional bonus damage, additional mana, and, well, now access to Entangle if a grunt just happens to walk on by. Blade Master doing a little bit of wisp hunting as well, able to take down some more, sitting at 650 hit points, but after a couple of wind walks, not quite sure where to go next. Meanwhile, Foggy is continuing this story and this pressure here. Really should have been trying to absorb the damage onto these Trents, as those Trents are, lower on timed life. All right, going to be down to one Trent here. Oh, good micro coming in from Foggy, making sure to keep the Trents that are going to be sticking around a little bit longer from absorbing too much damage. Blade Master going after the Ogre Magi, using that Wind Walk trick to head behind. There's a Staff of Teleportation. Blade Master down to 105 hit points, able to head back home. There's the Healing Salves as the Tech to Tier 2 is nearly done. All right, pacing on this game is a bit curious so far. Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and Staff of Teleportation back home. And, what is going down here? Guagua. Well, there is a Archer just running on by. There is that Shadow Meld once more. There's some more Archers back. Or no, there's some more Ents there. They're just going to simply fall over, as the Blade Master is still only sitting at level 1. Keeper of the Grove is nearby. Are we going to see an entangle? There's some Trents and then some damage onto that Blade Master who was trying to heal up. Keeper of the Grove wanted to entangle a Grunt, but unable to do so as the Blade Master, well, pushes him further back. High level heroes, we want ults. Yeah, we want ultimate abilities. That's well, classic here as Foggy now going into an Ancient of Wind. All right, so dual Ancients of Wind this time, and Lin Guagua definitely sees this. How is he going to respond and react? We are looking at Tauren Totem now being placed down as well, alongside the Bestiary Spirit Walkers with Disenchant. Obviously necessary here as the Blade Master going after the Ancient of Wind to try and, well, at least delay it. And by delaying it, delaying also any sort of, well, the tech that usually goes alongside with it. Now, Foggy could try and do a tech switch here in just a little bit, but I don't see a Hunter's Hall anywhere, so it's probably... well, yeah, he's not going to be able to do Ancient Allure. Blade Master shows up to the party and says, hey, the tale as old as time. Demon Hunter going up against a Blade Master back and forth. As we're looking at the Blade Master finally walk back here. All right, Ancient of Wind needs to be getting in some repairs. Blade Master wants to finish things up. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 2. And it feels like Lin Guagua, Lin Guagua and Foggy just wanted to prove me wrong as a caster and saying, no, we're 6 minutes and 30 seconds into this game. We only have level 1 heroes. All right, Tauren Chieftain out onto the battlefield here. Grunt gonna be, well, Grunt's gonna try to engage here. Forest Troll Warlord, there's a Trent doing a little bit of scouting. Staff of Teleportation, Keeper of the Grove is gonna be all the way on the other side of the map, and now perhaps try and cause a bit of disruption, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Grunt taking a bit of damage here, is gonna go after, oh, Keeper of the Grove gets the last hit. Keeper of the Grove gets the last hit on the Forest Troll Warlord, gets an ensnare off as well. That Grunt, is it going to get taken down? No, it is. That Staff of Teleportation was absolutely beautiful as the Raider gets taken out as well. Foggy with a beautiful play. Yes, Sobi Mask went to the Tauren Chieftain, but that Staff of Teleportation was absolutely a sight to behold as Foggy is keeping Lin Guagua in check, making sure his heroes don't get too strong. All right. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 3. Demon Hunter, wanting to do a little bit of creeping himself. He wants to be able to get up to level 3 for level 2 mana burn, but the armies are just really small. And by really small, I mean I can't see Foggy's army at all. It's sitting at 27 over 50. Overlay, what happened? All right, 36 over 41 supply. Demon Hunter, well, getting ready to engage Ancient of War. Well, going to be absorbing a bit of damage. And now we are looking at Druids of the Talon getting added out onto the battlefield here. Gargantuan Sea Turtle losing all of that precious armor now. And as the Keeper of the Grove shows up from behind as well. A Gargantuan Sea Turtle does take bonus damage from the Druids of the Talon. Giant Sea Turtles are, however, resistant, so a little bit of back and forth right there as the Ancient of War trying to shift back. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain Blade Master, level 2 on the Blade Master now, as the Tauren Chieftain just shy of level 2. Blade Master should perhaps be backing away, especially if the Tauren Chieftain wants access to level 2 Shockwave to try and deal with the Druids of the Talon that, well, Foggy is going to be bringing to the table. All right, a little bit more damage here. Trent's trying to walk off into the front there. Negative armor, Ancient Orb of Venom as well. And that damage is just going to add up regularly and easily. Druids of the Talon finishing off the remainder of those Forest Trolls. Meanwhile, Ogre Lord easily going to get taken down. Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 2. Blade Master picking up Cloak of Flames. And, well, there is also this Rune of Healing to be had here in just a moment, dropped by this Ogre Magi. All right. Ogre Magi going to fall here. Tauren Chieftain still having plenty of mana. Wants to get to level 3. Blade Master wants level 3 as well. Plus 13 damage on that Blade Master with a Cloak of Flames. Cloak of Flames should perhaps be transferred to the Tauren Chieftain, though, as the Tauren Chieftain is often the unit that is surrounded by targets. But that's only true if you're trying to go for a Stomp. Shockwave, Tauren Chieftain, obviously different, so I take it back. Goblin Tinker 3rd, Demon Hunter 2nd here. So Beastmaster is now forgotten in the Night Elf trifecta as the Tauren Chieftain, well, going after the Gargantuan Sea Turtle here, and we see the Tinker Pocket Factory, yeah, it's going to be thrown down. Who's going to get the experience? Blade Master gets the experience, gets up to level 3, but is cycloned and up in the air. What item was dropped? Did the Tauren Chieftain pick it up? I don't believe so. Well, who picked it up? Tinker? No? It should have been some sort of large consumable item. What was it? I don't see it. Anyway, Cyclone continuing to pick up units here. Tauren Chieftain trying to retreat back. Swirl of the Beast on that Tauren Chieftain. That was the item. Was looking for a potion of mana, potion of greater healing, potion, or one of the other potions. But Scroll of the Beast also very useful as we see a mana bird now go down onto the grunt. All right, Pocket Factory now down, pushing across into this position. There's some big damage, focusing down onto those grunts as well. Keeper of the Grove being able to entangle from beyond the trees as the Tauren Chieftain now taking some damage over time. Orb of Venom on that Keeper of the Grove, and that damage is just going to add more and more. A mana burn to try and finish it off, but doesn't quite get it. Keeper of the Grove still adding in more damage over time. They're down to 80 hit points, slowly but surely ticking away as another ensnare goes down. Druid of the Talon is going to be able to Cyclone. Yes, the Tauren Chieftain giving it a couple of seconds in the air, landing back down, and that is going to be a problem. Tauren Chieftain, however, gets a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and throws a Shockwave back. All right, Tauren Chieftain is alive for now, but how long can he stick around here in this scenario as the Tauren Chieftain now finally backs away? All right, back up in the air. He's going to have enough mana trying to break free. Are we going to see, yes, Spirit Link, another Shockwave could be thrown down here in just a second. There goes an Entangle. Tauren Chieftain throws down a Shockwave, gets killed with a 7-point mana burn as their Druids of the Talon have now all suffered large amounts of damage. Raiders can, well, finish off some more of these units as well as, well, Druid of the Talon, one at a time, are falling. Foggy, well, don't know how much supply he's at, but he's losing a lot of Druids of the Talon as well. Demon Hunter trying to finish off the Spirit Walker. Staff of Preservation saving the Goblin Tinker, I believe, as the Spirit Walkers are trying to go into the ethereal form. Keeper of the Grove says, I'm going to go back and attack you right there, you Raider, even though you ensnared me. Keeper of the Grove now trying to back away. Demon Hunter is still adding up more damage again as an ensnare goes down. Keeper of the Grove. Supply count 39 to 39. A very, very tense back and forth situation here. Blade Master picking up perhaps, yes, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and Scroll of Healing while we're looking at Guagua with the Ninja expansion. Ninja expansion off to the side here. Blade Master scouting out Ogre Lord. Going to go ahead and retreat back on through. Goblin Tinker coming back in. And, well, a little bit of separation here as the Ogre Lord, well, what's going to go down? Going after the Ogre Magi first? I guess he just really wanted the Rune of the Rune of Healing, and now finishing off the Ogre Warrior there. Ogre Lords just dividing and conquering this particular creep camp. Not a bad strategy at all, as that Ogre Lord, well, should really have Fairy Fire on it to try and offset any of that devotion. Or Ogre Lord now taking down Tome of Intelligence and Claws of Attack plus 12. Picked up by that Demon Hunter. All right, Claws of Attack plus 12. Druids of the Talon are quite exposed. This could be bad news. Potion of Invulnerability. Shockwave rushing on through. Keeper of the Grove could be in trouble. Down to, well, 146 hit points and gets taken down. Keeper of the Grove now down here. Demon Hunter fighting its way through. Cloak of Flames on the Blade Master as he's completely surrounded. Tauren Chieftain going to throw down another Shockwave, adding in more damage to that back line. Foggy is in, well, Foggy could be in trouble depending on the rest of this fight here. There's a lot of AoE damage between the Tauren Chieftain and all of these low hit point Druids of the Talon. If the Blade Master can just constantly find some more low hit point Druids of the Talon, things can go very, very poorly as we're looking at the Demon Hunter getting ensnared. Potion of Invulnerability used once more. Raiders should be trying to go after some of those units as well. Tauren Chieftain doesn't have that much mana as the Tauren Chieftain now tries to chase after some of those units. Tauren Chieftain trying to chase down again, unit after unit. It looks as though another ensnare should be coming back across. We should be looking at 3 dead Druids of Talon. 1, 2, well, at least 3, 4 right there. So 8 supply lost in that retreat. 39 supply compared to 45. Heavy losses. Keeper of the Grove also lost here, while Guagua has this expansion over here on the bottom left. Coming back around, a Blade Master, Tauren Chieftain, just shy of level 4. Blade Master is going to be able to clear up, yes, finish off the remainder of this creep camp here. A little bit of bonus experience will give level 4 to that Tauren Chieftain. Faster attack speed on that Blade Master once again. 162 critical strike. We've seen bigger numbers as Foggy now finding this ninja expansion and, well, Scroll of Town Portal to try and defend it. All right. Quick running back on over Blade Master here. Pocket Factory going to get cleaned up. Level 4 Tauren Chieftain. Well, with plenty of mana because of that Sobi Mask. We are sitting only at Stronghold. We do not have fortified armor on the Orc Burrows, interestingly enough. But then trying to bring a fight over to the Orc base at this stage, well, is a bit risky. A Troll Warlord gonna get taken out here. Level 4 on the Demon Hunter. Goblin Tinker still sitting at level 2. Mass Druids of the Talon are here. Where is that Keeper of the Grove? Keeper of the Grove now finally out on the battlefield. We are looking at Vampiric Aura for that Demon Hunter. So perhaps he'll be able to heal up a little bit better over time, as well as we see level 3 on the Goblin Tinker. All right. Items getting transferred back and forth here. Staff of Teleportation on the Goblin Tinker. He's going to bring the fight over to the Great Hall and try and take it down. Meanwhile, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability now dropped as there's just not enough room for all of those items. Finally using up another healing salve there. Blade Master. Well, the items on the Orc army just look far too good. Guagua should have no problem here. Pocket Factory now, well, bringing on those Clockwork Goblins, heading on over. They should be able to deal a decent amount of damage, cause a little bit of disruption. Pocket Factory, is that the level 1? No, yeah, level 2 Pocket Factory, but it's still going to end up cleared up here in just a moment. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 3. There's that Watcher Ward. It wasn't really pulled back out like it normally is. Wisp getting critical strike right there. Blade Master sitting on the cusp of level 5, and there's still a Gargantuan Sea Turtle available to try and clear. One Gargantuan Sea Turtle available for a very useful consumable item. No real places to put them on that Orc army, though, so we should be looking at Guagua trying to put in a push here with his superior items, but he has to be careful. He wants to wait until the Tauren Chieftain gets to level 5 for level 3 Shockwave, but he also knows that if he waits during an Hunter, most of that mana is just simply going to be burned off anyways. So a little bit of risk versus reward right there. How do you maximize your damage when you're going up against a Demon Hunter who's able to burn off so much of your mana? Tauren Chieftain is going to go Shockwave through the trees. Yes, he does. And now backs away here once again. Sobi Mask replenishing that mana quickly. And he didn't get mana burn, so that's exactly what he wanted. As the Tauren Chieftain and the Blade Master head back over to the top left, giving a little bit more time for the economic advantage to take a little bit more root. We're looking at 69 supply going up against 54. Foggy is slowly losing this game, letting this game get away from him as get there items or Blade Master should be backing away here, give that Tauren Chieftain a better chance at getting to level 5. Wanda Mana Stealing, not the item that he was looking for, but the Tauren Chieftain wouldn't have hit level 5 anyways. What is going on here? A little bit of a split-pronged attack coming in from both sides. The expansion here gonna end up getting taken down. Scroll of Town Portal to head back over, and that did cost a consumable item to be able to teleport off from that side. Cyclone picking up the Tauren Chieftain. Shockwave dealing damage back as there are scrolls of healing on the heroes to try and counteract that Shockwave there. All right, Tauren Chieftain again. Keeper of the Grove 25 hit points. Some big critical strikes right at the end. Right there. Some big damage. But able to dodge that all. And then the Tauren Chieftain getting to level 5 off of the Pocket Factory. All right, interesting battle. And by interesting, I did not expect Foggy to be able to retreat like that, not lose more heroes. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 4. There is a Thorn's Aura. The ability to shut down enemy heroes was absolutely key by constantly lifting them into the air. The problem was that there were still raiders going up against those Druids of the Talon. Pocket Factory, Foggy trying to bring in the battle once more, but things just not. Staff of as we're going to be Right, very narrow walkway right there. Difficult for Lin Guagua to do any sort of push on through, and it may be forced to try and run around the back. Shockwave could be coming across. There's a Mana Burn Spirit Walker, and Foggy now having nowhere to go. Where is the Tauren Chieftain? Tauren Chieftain is still in the backside here. Is he going to be able to get that Shockwave across multiple units? There goes one Druid of the Talon with some more taking in some damage here. Cyclone still picking dragons out of this battle here. We're looking at 68 supply compared to about 50 as the Druids of the Talon, well, not very effective at taking down Great Halls. That level 3 Shockwave taking down 2 Druids of the Talon pretty quickly as the Tauren Chieftain still has a potion of mana for one more. Shockwave trying to hit that back line, finds it. However, Scroll of Healing able to neutralize that once again. Blade Master and trying to take down this Goblin Tinker Ensnare. Goblin Tinker down to 70 hit points, down to 14. It finally gets taken down. Cyclone picking it back up as the Blade Master, well, dealing its damage. And Lin Guagua once again winning the game through economic advantage. All right, Fog of War battles, once again, not knowing where expansions are. And really, Lin Guagua assessing the situation in that final battle was one of the major keys to victory. Foggy was trying to take down an expansion. Thank you for the follow. Was trying to take down an expansion with only Druids of the Talon and a couple of heroes. That is not going to be able to deal the damage to the building fast enough. Lin Guagua assessed the situation, said, you know what, I cannot walk through that narrow walkway against a highly ranged army. So he split his army in half, and even though the Tauren Chieftain was out of the battle for so long, he was able to still land those shockwaves when he needed to, and he wasn't forced to fight through that narrow walkway, allowing the raiders to get within melee range of those Druids of the Talon quickly enough. And with that and the higher supply, he was able to take the win. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.